Hello guys, so let's do a quick recap for last prediction. And last prediction was good. Prediction was that we're gonna see the move to the upside. It was an easy observation. The key target was the 400, and it didn't touch. It almost touched 399.10. Could give me some few more cents, but it's okay because the move was right. And it seems that volume is up just by looking at it for next week. We're going to see probably some small continuation and then a drop. And we have to see if we're going to get it. We already see that we are moving above the trend, but even if it's above it, it's on a down momentum. This is the beginning of the month, so there is no yet volume. You can see the cross of the stochastic, which is good. This is the divergence, so this is the move to the upside. You could make an argue that this was like an hand at the shoulders, so probably moving above it could mean continuation to the upside. I know there are lots of people saying stock market is gonna crash. But at the moment, it seems that still going on a monthly basis on a sideways move. I don't think we're going to see a push to the upside to a new high yet. Probably 1 or 2 months in a sideways ups and downs. You know what? Let's look more closely. Let me check something. Next key target is for the SPY. If this is the weekly, let's go again. So this is the trend. So let's make it bigger. So it needs to touch it. So next it's the 400, 401. Just touching it, see how it reacts, because it got rejected, big rejection, try to push up, big rejection. There is no divergence yet, so you could see that if there is no divergence, it means we are still following the momentum. And if we manage to do, let's say, another big green candle and push above, and this green candle won't push above this high, it will create a divergence to the downside. So we have to be very, let's say, careful with the decision of investing for longer terms. At the moment, the SPY is at a key area for reversal. Even though the buyers are strong, they gave a fight. Let's go for the daily. You would see it more clearly. This is a key area for reversal. This is the 200. If I will make it more smaller, you can see the move. So you could see it once, twice, third, fourth time, big rejection, and could jump a little bit higher and then reverse. And in the daily, the candle ended in the stochastic 96.71. This is below, this is the 90, this is 96.30, this is below. So we're already in a divergence. So in order to clear the divergence, it's need a big candle above the 410. And this is going to be very hard for it. Very hard to do this kind of move. So be careful. The buyers came, which is nice. So it doesn't mean it's overbought. It means the buyers are in the house. So why not just to give confirmation, move in here, hold it, and then move to the upside. With more buyers, see the confirmation. This is one scenario. So I could see the potential of a reversal. Let me check something here. Yeah, I could see the potential of reversal, but in an uptrend. This is a small uptrend, so would be nice. and to reach again to the 390, 392, 391 area. Just a sec. Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry. So, and if it managed to, even if it reverse and hold it, next target is the 408, which could be interesting in this area. So this is the daily, monthly. Let's go for the 4-hour chart. You can see it here. Prediction was that we reach here a big reversal. So you can see this big candle of rejection, and they hold it. The buyers came. You can see it, rejection. This is not that good. So sellers are in the house. So I won't be surprised if I see maybe an open in a gap up and immediately push and flash to the downside. So be very careful. But at the moment you can see the change of the trend, which is nice. So next target could be reach here and either to the 410, but gonna be very tricky for it to push without making any divergence. So I think this is it. Very simple, straightforward prediction. I'm waiting for the reversal. Yeah, it's on the key area, so why not reverse and bring more buyers to the party, even though you're gonna watch on the 60 minutes, you're gonna see the strength. This is the strength on the 60 minutes. See it. So you have the divergence. This is it. This is going up. This is going down. So this is a continuation, and it did continue, but it lost its power. I think it's lost its power. This is moving high. This is moving low. So be very careful. You can be something like this and then fall to this area. And at the moment it's up. There is a gap to close here, and did it close it? Almost. So why not to touch it and then reverse? But again, because this is the trend and it touched it, tested a few times, why not to break it? If it breaks, it's a very good sign for continuation. Let's continue with the Qs. I think it's going to be a quick. With the Qs, the same goes here. It didn't touch it, but it followed the SPY, so the Qs is a little bit lagging. The Qs need to reach to the 286, close the gap, and then find rejection. You can see nice momentum. You can see the buyers are in the house. At the moment, a little bit weakening. If we go to the monthly to see how it looks, let's make it bigger. You can see that the Qs is below the trend, which is not that good. So we need to follow to see if the Qs is, because it's much weaker, is gonna determine the trend the next month, or it managed to break it to the upside. At the moment it doesn't look that good. On the weekly it's managed to break it, follow it, touch the 200, nice resistance area. But again, with a good momentum, could have some continuation and then reversal, which I think the stock markets need. If you draw here, we will talk about it. We want to see the break. And so be patient, guys. Be patient. Let's go for the daily. With the daily, we can see it very nice. So it has some room to reach to the 285 to 87. Could meet some resistance at 283 and a half, 284. But why not to jump to the 285 and then reverse something here and then give the reversal. If they want to be very smart, I will rather move it again to the downside, give confirmation that the 275, 273 is a big and strong support and to push to the upside. So for the next week, I'm biased to the upside, but I will look for the reversal, and if I can join it, why not to join it? Tesla. Let's see what it tells us. With Tesla, I'm a little bit biased. The prediction was good for the 125. You can see it, how it grind, reverse, break, touched it and reverse. And this is a sideways move I don't like. You could say there is some divergence to the upside, but at the moment it did what I wanted to do. It could touch the 130. This is the end target, the 130. And at the moment, I think Tesla won't be very interesting. Let me check. Yeah, it broke the divergence. It's tried to push up, but I think it will be fake. I'm seeing it that it wanna push maybe to the 125 again, and then reverse. Maybe try to bring the buyers for the 110, 111 from this area. And if it do so, coming back here and give confirmation that it want to move higher with bigger volume, you could say that the buyers are in the house. At the moment, this is indication of buyers, but you don't have a second indication of buyers. So be very careful from it. Next key target, let's say, yeah, it should be a break above the 125. It's ended up with a nice momentum to the upside. But again, the 122, at the moment is a key area for reversal, even though it seems that it want to reach to the 130. I will go for a much lower time frame and to see how it goes. You can see the sideways move here. Some people could say that it looks like a flag and maybe a break to the downside. All right, like it was here. This is a flag and broke to the downside. You can see it here. All right, flags, and it could do so, guys. It could do so. This is why I'm a little bit suspicious about Tesla. And yes, this is on a downtrend. Let's check the 60 minutes to see how it looks. You could see it how it's resting. So if it managed to break the 115, it will drop here, the 110, to see if there is. If not, the downside. Don't see any. This is the gap. It says some small gap here. I won't touch Tesla for, let's say, swing trade or maybe intraday, because it has a nice move intraday. Give the 3 to 5% move, which is nice. At the moment, be very careful with it. Let's say there is no divergence there. Maybe here, this is moving up, this is moving down. There is a divergence, but also there is a divergence to the downside. You could see it here. This is moving up, this is moving down. So if it won't manage to break the 125, not that good. It could flash to the downside and then try to make another attempt. Let's go for Apple. Let's start with the monthly. Let's see how it looks. Apple managed to break the trend, which is nice. You could see it, smaller volume. I know money is getting out of the Q's market and entering to the commodities and utilities and stuff, but you could see that it didn't finish the pattern, but there is already divergence to the upside. So let's assume I'm taking it from this area. All right. And if it reach here, it is a very good area for me to do something like this big move to the upside, which could be nice. So I think a lot of people are just waiting for it to push to the upside. But as I mentioned, I think not yet. If we go to the weekly, you can see it didn't manage to break the trend. Nice 3 candle of weeks here, but low volume. You don't see on the weekly a bigger volume to come into the upside, so a little bit suspicious. They're probably gonna sell. Again, could be very nice for it to break, come to the 50, coming up again, and then do the move. You know what? Let me check something. Yeah, it needs another green candle. So let's see if it gives us another green candle. And if so, we're gonna see the move to the 140, 150 again. Let's check the 4-hour chart. It didn't finish the move to the 135. You can see how it's aligned. See what it did here. It managed to break it, which is good. So next target, this is the next target, and then immediately fall. It touched our 128 and then move to the upside, which is good. And if we take the Fibonacci extension just for fun, let's see how it looks. You can see it here, how it reacts. And then next move. So probably next move to the 200 here and rejected again. But grinding, it still have some power. You see the volume is going lower as we go higher, which is not that good. So stop hunts, I will prefer it to move to the downside and then bring the buyers. This is Apple. Let's go for NVDA. NVDA was a monster. Next target is 177. It break it, move to the down. See the bars coming in with the power, lots of powers. A little bit weakening here, which is good. Resting. Trend is up, which is nice. See this big candle. It's full body, full green. Even though there was a rejection, everybody know the sellers are there. If we take here again the extension, let's see how it looks. So it reached it, so maybe 185 again, I don't know, or just pulling down. You can see the volume is coming up, which is very nice. I think it gives us a hint what's gonna make, because you can see the divergence moving down and immediately push to the upside. So maybe, yeah, the buyers are coming into the market to make some nice profit for the first quarter. But yeah, next target is the 177. It could be tricky to move to the upside, moving down and then touch it. So be patient with NVIDIA. Let's go for Meta. Yeah, Meta with big continuation to the upside. Close some gaps. Let's move to the daily. So it closed the gap. Move with continuation of momentum. Already there is no divergence, so could it touch the 155? I don't know yet. There is a possibility. Let me check here. Stop to follow it. So you can see it here. This is an area of resistance. Let's check something if we have divergence. So momentum is very weak at the moment, even though it push higher, this is a grinding higher. Move up, see the weeks, sideways, spike up, grind, spike up, grind, spike up, grind. So at the moment, still strong, guys, still strong. Could make another push. Where's the target? Yeah, it's a shame I stopped follow it. Let me check something. Close this gap. This is the big gap to want to close. Sorry, I'm a little bit here. All right. Yeah, I think the reversal is coming soon. You see this high of, this is the high, this is lower. Any red candle will push it. It need to push lower to bring the buyers, because they are fading away. It's not look that good, but it's positive now. We are still in a downtrend, so don't be FOMO. How I missed this move from the 100? Why I didn't buy it? You want to be sure, let's say from above the 155 it will move to the 240. You'll be very happy, and you don't want to be moving into the 155, going down again to the 120 and then moving higher. At the moment, be patient. Let's go to the 1 hour and see how it looks. You can see that it's too extended to the upside. It's a little bit too far from the MA moving average, and you can see what happened when it's getting too far. It's like to reverse, going too far, likes to come, going too far, likes to come, sideways move. It's trapped a lot of short and then move to the upside. So I think it needs to come eventually lower. It did some divergence there. This is its final, I think, chord. It should move lower. Of course, you can probably take it above the below the 136 here, to the down to the 135. But this is how I see it. Let's move to BA. With BA, still grinding to the upside. You can see BA, tricky little bastard. Yeah, nice move BA. You can see the money flow to it. Took out all the stop losses. This is the volume, this is the stop loss. It just moved to the upside. And they still here bought again, so now they are making profit with their profit, so there is no risk involved here. And you're gonna ask yourself where everybody's gonna sell. Let's check some trend and see. You're gonna have some time. It's still gonna grind. Let's check it up here. Yeah, I know it's a lot of line. I need to maybe clear some of them because this is the daily lines. But you can see it already losing some power. So I won't be surprised. There is the divergence. It's not a big push to the 222, 228 in order to clear the divergence. And I already have divergence there. This is making a lower high, this is higher high. So it needs a reversal, but remember, BA is in a nice uptrend. So, and what else? We talked about it, NVDA, Meta, BA. Yeah, I talked about everything. Gold, everybody talking about gold these days, but a little bit too late. You should bought it on the 1500 and not now. It's moving higher. Very nice move. Let's go. You can see gold. Oh my god. Next target. Close this gap, the 180. It's too high. Oh my god. So it reverse, but be very careful with it. It's very tricky. It's coming to an area. This is an area of resistance. So you could see it here, lots of volume. Take out some stop losses and then reverse. So be patient. I know if some of you missed it. Next time you could look for something. Let's move to this. Let me clear and see what just happened. This is the downtrend and immediately broke it. So it didn't give any chance to people to enter with confirmation. It just moved to the upside. I know if you go for a smaller time frame, let's go for like again here, you probably could see it. This is downtrend, 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 down. This is the break. So some people enter here. You can see the volume. Let's make it bigger. So you could see the volume coming up. You can see it here. But a lot of people missed it. And I think don't be FOMO. Wait for it to come for you and then rejoin. You can see it too far away from the 200. It's need to coming back. It has some power to the upside, but it will. Let's go for Oxy. It broke. Need a little bit confirmation because it can drop down and then move to the upside. This is the divergence to the downside. It seems that it want to move lower, find the support, bring the buyer. This is a more unique way for it to push to the upside later this year. I think the oil and the energy stuff stocks will move this year to the upside, but it needs more sideways move, more power to absorb in order to push to the upside. And I think this is the beginning of the move. Momentum is nice and positive. So we're gonna see some sideways ups and down, grind, then push to the upside. All right, so let's see the daily if it says something here. So you see it moved away, it come back. Now let's see how it reacts. This is a lot of action here. So in order to push to the 80, we're gonna need to do something very unique. So let's finish up, guys. At the moment, it almost touched a target. I would like to see it touched, coming back, and then decided if they want to hold the 390, 385, and then move to the upside for a new trend to come. And if it do so, I think lots of people looking at it. Everybody got their trend, but it's the most common. So next target, probably people take it for the 420, but until it break the 410 and close the above with a big volume, people will be biased to the downside. So for the longer term, I'm still biased to the downside. I'm just, as usual and simple, following the trend. I want to see them break it, resting on it from above, and then decide what to do for the next of the year or next week. Push to the upside and then reverse. If it open with the gap up with big momentum to the downside, it's okay. You can follow both ways. For investment, I will wait a little bit for the longer term. This is it, guys. So hope you like this forecast prediction for next week. It's continuation. So bye-bye and have a good week. Bye.